Hello, everyone. Welcome to Smart Investing. I'm Albert, host of the channel, and we're going to be doing the banking services sector. I'm going to jump right to it. Let me just get my pen out. Again, we're going to be doing about 11 stocks, no particular order, nothing by market cap or anything like that, just 11 stocks from the banking services sector. Let's start off with the first one. So we have here WVFC. We're going to be doing a quick fundamental and technical analysis, like I always do. So we're looking at the 5-year, and let's look at some numbers here real quick. So these numbers are really, really low. But let's see what we can come up with. Let's look at the dividends. So they have not raised any dividends. WVFC. Do they have any 2021 results? So as you can see, their net income has dropped. You see here, and then you compare it to 2021. That's a really big drop. So let's see if Wall Street paid attention to that from 2021 going into 2022, and it looks like they have. And you see these flat lines here. So fundamentally, this is not a good stock. And for technical reasons, this is not a good stock as well. So I'm going to say no to this one. Moving on to the next one. GLBZ. So that looks like another flat stock right away. From what I see from the chart, I'm going to say no. Fundamentally and technically. So let's look at the net income and revenue. It's grown. Revenue has lost a little bit. Operating income, margins, I don't have any margins. Debt seems to be slightly increasing, which is not good. And I'm going to say no to this stock. Let's see if they even paid a dividend. And they have no rising dividend. And I'm going to say no to that stock as well. Moving on to the next one, SBNYP. Signature Bank. I was going to say Signature Branch, but that's not the case. Wow. They are posting some strong earnings. Market cap ain't too bad. Volume seems okay. Could be a little bit more active, but it's better than most. Let's look at the chart real quick. They definitely dropped since January. So they are not being liked right now by Wall Street. So this is a new bank, actually. Their PE, that's a very low PE at 1.3. So they don't have any numbers to go off of just by chart. Let's see if they paid any dividends. So they did. So they paid 36 cents in January, and in 2021, the rest of it was 31 cents a share quarterly for those dividend payments. And going into 2022, as we can see here, 31 cents as well. This is a new bank, actually. So this is a bank that is definitely going to be watched. For technical reasons, this fundamentally, I don't see any movement upside for this. Only on the downside, obviously. But what I'm trying to say is, for technical reasons, this is a watch list. For fundamental reasons, I would say no. So that is my analysis on it. And moving on to the next one, it is HVBC. So far, I'm going to say no. They paid a special dividend in 2018, and that was pretty much it. No dividends in 2021 or this year. So last time was actually in 2018. Technicals I don't even like. They don't even pay a dividend. Yeah, this bank is horrible. Moving on to the next one. Excuse me. MBINN, Merchants Bancorp. So we can look at the 3 month going down, or 1 year going down, the last 5 year. So this is like a new bank as well. I'm not gonna count them out because they're new. So for technical reasons, I would add this. This is a fairly new bank, and they started to pay a dividend, as you can see. For fundamental reasons, I'm gonna say no, since this is a pretty new stock. This is a pretty new stock added to the list of the public markets, so it hasn't been enough history and information to go by. So I might get some wacky numbers here. As you can see, revenue's gone up and net income has gone up, but on the technical analysis chart, it doesn't look like it's giving me much info. So fundamental, I'm gonna say no, and for technicals, I will say yes, just because of those percentage gains. So moving, and then they don't have enough volume, but who knows? Wall Street loves new IPOs. Moving on to the next one, that would be MSVB. So let's look at that. It's a very, very choppy stock. I don't like it. Even though for the past 5 years it's gone up. But again, we're talking about a gain of, for the past 5 years, the gain from, like, let's say 870 all the way to like 1620. So round it off to 9 all the way to 16. That's not even $10. Not even $10 for 5 years. So we're talking about not even an average gain of $2 in a year. Market cap is pretty low still. I'm gonna say no. This is not a good fundamental stock, even though they raised dividends, what, a penny since last year, and then the year before that in 2020. So this is all of 2020 and below. Everything below that has been 2 cents. So even if you started in 2018, barely had a $10 gain, and you pretty much had a 2 cent quarterly payout in dividends. So awful stock. Awful stock. I like companies that pay dividends. It's just much easier to evaluate. They're raising dividends, depending by how much and how fast and how frequently. Then usually you can tell if they're managing money pretty good or not. That's what it all comes down to. So the next one up I have is CCNEP. So this one's a new stock as well. It's gone up all the way since January, but start of 2022 it has gone down. Now it's flat. So earnings is showing me 3.16. Fundamentally, I'm gonna say no, but again, for technical reasons, this seems like a good stock. It's been paying 47 cents in 2020, and in 2021, 44 cents. So not bad to start off to pay dividends. So CMB Financial Corp. So for this stock, fundamentally no. For technical reasons, yes. Moving on to the next one. VBFC, Village Bank and Trust Financial Corp. So we have here, let's see the chart. So we have here 5-year. Oh wow, it's grew pretty good. It has grown pretty good. Even though it's flat from 46 to about 60 in 2021. And it hasn't lost much of its value in 2022. The only tricky part about this bank is it's not as active, but it still seems like a good bank. I would have to see during market opening and open hours how active this stock is. Fundamentally, it seems okay. But for technical reasons, I'm going to say no. Just because it doesn't look like, I could be wrong. It doesn't look like it seems to be active, but again, I could be wrong. There could be an infrequency of inactivity, and then there might be times where it can be active. So I gotta see how this plays out, pretty much. So we have here a rise in equity and assets. Doesn't show me net margin. Debt has slightly gone down. Cash reserves about the same. This company seems like it can grow. Cash flow seems pretty good. Damn, they got a hell of a good cash flow system. And then let's look at the dividends again. So this company is doing, they just started paying a dividend, VBFC. Where are they located? That's one thing where I would like to know. So show me Virginia, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't show their national bank. So hopefully they do have room to grow. And again, this is a stock that has not taken much of a hit ever since January. So I would definitely say, yeah, I guess I add it to the watch list. Fundamentally, stock ain't too bad. So next one up, HMPT, Home Point Capital. Wow, look at that drop since May. Look at that drop since May. Lost all of its value. And then to put the nail in the coffin, it dropped in July. And then to put the third nail in the coffin was, I'd say in November. Definitely in November, and then to really end it was in January. So this wasn't a popular stock anyway, so we're talking about $10 stock all the way down to like $3. I mean, like I always say, not even looking at the price, but just looking at the chart, that's definitely a downsided chart. So it doesn't look like it's gonna go up anytime soon. I could be wrong, but again, it's just not worth it. Even if it does go up, it will have to break new highs, and that's the thing. When numbers are that low, it's actually pretty hard to get back up to numbers like that because there's so many penny stocks to choose from and select from. So a lot of people, and on an everyday basis, you know, there's a bunch of good penny stocks to choose from. So why would that stock specifically want to return to popular and frequent activity when there are just many other ones that are much better to choose from? So every dog has its day, as they say. So I'm gonna say no to this one. Definitely financially, for the fundamentals and the technicals, all the numbers just, yeah. I mean, it seems like it wants to work in its favor, but looking at the chart, it doesn't show me much. Doesn't show me any life in it again. So it's not really fighting for its price. So next one up is FGBIP. We're almost done here. So this is choppy chart. I don't like it. First Guarantee Bank shares. So they have been paying a dividend quarterly. Another one of these companies that are pretty much fairly new and pretty choppy. And they might have decent numbers, but I'd say no, you know. Income has been growing, but their debt is pretty high, and then the assets are pretty high, you know. So we're gonna look at the dividends. So I'm gonna say no because they're too new. Looking at the chart again, it's choppy, and if you see the last month, that's a drop. That is a pretty significant drop. It don't seem like much, but close to $1. But still. Well, not even $1, but like 70 cents. But still, looking at the chart, that's a pretty mean drop. and there's not much activity, so I'm going to say no. So we have two more stocks, and that'll be it. LEVL. So as we can see here, no volume. And let's look at the charts. It looks like they recently stopped trading. Like literally recently. Like a week ago. The stock dropped, and that was pretty much it. It's like as if they went bankrupt. But they ended on a good note for the year. And then they get bought out or something. So as you can see, they were rising dividends pretty much every year, which is good. And then where are they located? Where are they doing business? So Southeast Michigan, and that is all I see. So let's look at the annual reports and get a deeper dive real quick. Net income has grown. Where's the revenue? Slightly grown. Not by much. Let's get a deeper dive. Not much. So assets, no. Revenue. So this stock seems okay, but again, they must have got bought out, and they have gotten bought out by this company, First Merchants Bank, and this is the last stock on the list. As we can see, very, very choppy, but very, very active. So we can see here, they haven't taken much of a hit. And even though this chart looks very, very choppy, all these ups and downs, you can see here, it has only been drops and gains of like within a $5 range. And this is for the past year. Doesn't seem too bad. So we're going to see the dividends real quick. Rising dividends since 2019. They paid dividends. 2020 stayed the same. 2021 has stayed the same. So rising dividends actually since 2018, and that was it. That's when they stopped raising dividends. They seem like an active stock, so fundamentally I'm gonna say no. And then for this stock, that has pretty much remained the same. So I'm going to say for this stock, with this drop here, with that significant drop, I'm going to say no. And again, that's not a big drop, which is a $2, $3 move. But this stock is just very volatile. Even though it's a $2.3 billion market cap, they pay dividends, slightly undervalued. Earnings are pretty good compared to other stocks. 52-week low and high. It's okay, could be better, but again, the volume supports it, which is the activity. The frequent activity. It's not inactive. But again, it could be inactive at any given moment, so it just all depends. But for right now, it seems like it's active. And it's because they bought out that stock and acquired that last bank, what is it? Level 1 Bancorp. So with an acquisition, I can't really give you a time frame on how active a stock can be once it's been acquired. It just all depends. So again, it could be any given day or any given week. So for now, uh, for ME, uh, fundamentally no, but technically I can. It seems okay. It's nice to watch it to get some practice because it's volatile, but to jump in on that stock, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, but it's nice to watch volatile stocks because it's just for me or for someone who's a technical trader, it's just good practice to see volatile stocks like that. That's all. But again, I'm gonna say no overall. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you guys. Thanks you guys for watching. I know this is a long video. I apologize. I know this ruins my viewership, but again, I hope you guys learned a thing or two, because these stocks and every single stock matters. And again, I'm not one to just favor certain stocks and talk about the same stocks. That is not what my channel is about. I like to include different stocks and sectors and market caps. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Uh, Again, this is not investment advice. This is for informational purposes only. So again, I hope you guys learned a thing or two, and stay tuned for the next one. I'm gonna have more bank stocks to go. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you guys posted. So I'll see you guys in the next